What would you do if the voice on the other end of your wife's office phone told you she hadn't worked there for 2 months while she was supposedly working late right now? I was sitting in my car outside our house on West 81st Street in Manhattan, the engine still running, the dashboard clock glowing 9:47 p.m. Her car wasn't in the driveway. Again. I stared at my phone, thumb hovering over her contact, replaying the words I'd just heard in my head. She resigned back in March, sir.
March. It was May.
And that's when I noticed something I hadn't before. The porch light was already on, and the front door was slightly open. And I swear to God, I hadn't left it that way. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. I didn't go inside right away. I just sat there, hands gripping the wheel, heart pounding like it was trying to escape my chest. My wife, Emily, had texted me at 7:12 p.m., running late at the office. Don't wait up. Same message she'd been sending almost every night for the past 3 months. 3 months. The same timeline as her resignation. I finally stepped out of the car, each footstep toward the house feeling heavier than the last. When I pushed the door open, the smell hit me first, perfume. Not hers. Something sharper, sweeter, unfamiliar. Emily. I called out. Silence. The living room was spotless, almost staged. Too clean. Like someone had been trying to erase something. That night, she came home at 11:36 p.m. I was sitting in the dark when she walked in, heels clicking against the hardwood. Oh, God, you scared me, she said, clutching her chest. Why are you sitting like that? Long day? I asked. She sighed dramatically, tossing her bag on the couch. You have no idea. Meetings run over. My boss is killing me lately. I watched her carefully. No hesitation. No flicker of guilt. Which boss? I asked quietly. She froze. Just for a second. What? I called your office tonight. Her eyes narrowed. Why would you do that? They said you quit. 2 months ago. The silence that followed was suffocating. Then she laughed. Actually laughed. Oh my God, she said, shaking her head. Are you serious right now?
They must have been confused.
I transferred departments. Different floor, different number. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But something inside me had already cracked. Over the next few days, I started noticing everything. She guarded her phone like it contained nuclear codes. She took calls in the bathroom with the shower running. She started dressing differently, tighter dresses, heels she never used to wear to work. She even changed her perfume. And she stopped touching me. No goodnight kisses. No casual hugs. Nothing. Just distance. One afternoon, I followed her. She left the house at 8:15 a.m. like always. But instead of heading downtown toward her office, she took a turn onto Broadway, then another toward Midtown. I kept a safe distance, my heart hammering as I watched her pull into a parking garage near West 46th Street. She got out. And then he appeared.
Tall.
Confident. Wearing a navy suit like he owned the city. He kissed her. Not a quick peck. A slow, deliberate kiss like they had all the time in the world. I felt something inside me collapse. I didn't confront her. Not then. I went home and threw up. That was the day I broke. But it was also the day I started planning. I hired a private investigator the next morning. Within a week, I had everything: photos, videos, hotel receipts from the Standard, text message logs printed in black and white like evidence in a murder trial. His name was Daniel. Married. 2 kids. Of course. The messages were worse than the pictures. I can't wait to leave him. He's so clueless. Once the divorce is done, we'll finally be free. Clueless. That word burned into my brain.
So I decided to stay that way. At least for a while.
I started documenting everything. I spoke to a lawyer in secret, built a case so airtight she wouldn't see it coming. In New York, infidelity could still tilt things, especially when combined with financial deception. And oh, there was plenty of that. Joint accounts she'd been draining. Gifts for him. Hotel stays. I let her keep playing her game. Smiling. Lying. Pretending. Until the day I invited everyone to dinner. Her parents, our friends, even Daniel's wife. I told them it was a celebration, a promotion, a new chapter. We met at a private room in a restaurant on Fifth Avenue. Emily looked radiant that night, confident, untouchable. "Can you believe this?" she whispered to me, smiling. "All this for me?" I smiled back. "Yeah," I said. "All for you." Halfway through dinner, I stood up and tapped my glass. "I just want to say something," I began, my voice calm, steady. "To my wife, Emily, who's been working so hard these past few months." She beamed. "I mean that literally," I continued, "because apparently she's been working overtime at the Standard Hotel with Daniel." The room went silent. I pulled out the folder. Photos, receipts, messages. I laid them out on the table like cards in a game she didn't realize she was playing. Her face drained of color. Daniel's wife started crying. Emily stood up, shaking. "What is this? What are you doing?" "Showing the truth," I said. She tried to grab the papers, but I stepped back. "You quit your job 2 months ago," I said, my voice colder than I'd ever heard it. "You've been lying to everyone, stealing from our accounts, planning to leave me." Her father looked at her like he didn't recognize her. "This isn't what it looks like," she stammered. "It's exactly what it looks like." Daniel didn't even show up. Coward. By the end of the night, everything was over. Her parents disowned her. Daniel's wife filed for divorce the next morning. My lawyer filed ours the same day, with evidence that left her with almost nothing. No house, no alimony, no reputation.
She called me
Dozens of times. I never answered. Weeks later, I saw her once, outside a coffee shop in Queens. She looked smaller.
lost.
Like the arrogance had been stripped away piece by piece.
She saw me.
Tried to walk over. I turned and walked the other way. I don't know what happened to her after that. And honestly, I don't care. Because the woman I loved didn't betray me. She disappeared the moment she thought I wasn't paying attention. The end.